All right, let's talk about a skill that's way more important than knowing how to parallel park. We're going to dive into defensive driving. And really, it's not just a set of rules, it's a whole mindset that can, no joke, save lives. This is all about actively protecting yourself and, just as importantly, everyone else you share the road with.
So, let me ask you a question right off the bat. What do you think is the single most important safety feature in any vehicle? I mean, is it the airbags, the fancy anti-lock brakes, the steel frame? And look, those are all fantastic answers, but they all have one thing in common. They're reactive. They kick in after something's already gone wrong. The most important safety feature is actually proactive.
And that's right, the answer is you, the person behind the wheel. More specifically, it's the practice of defensive driving. It's all about consciously, and that word is key. Consciously reducing the dangers out there by having smart, safe responses ready to go. You know, it's about being in control, not just of your car, but of the whole situation unfolding around you.
And that control, it starts way before you even think about putting the key in the ignition. Let's walk through the pre-drive checklist, because real safety is all about preparation, not just last-minute reactions.
Now, these steps aren't suggestions. They're the absolute must-dos. First up, you do a physical check every single day. You're looking for faults before they turn into disasters. Step 2, if you find anything at all, you report it immediately, no hesitations. And step 3, and this is the big one, you do not operate that vehicle. It stays put until it's been fixed and is 100% safe. It really is that simple.
Okay, so the vehicle is checked and it's safe. Now we're ready to hit the road. Let's talk about the core habits that every single defensive driver has.
These are the fundamentals, right? The absolute bedrock of driving safely. Your seatbelt is on always. Your eyes are on the road always. But you know, the biggest challenge today is distraction. Your phone, fiddling with the radio, anything that pulls your focus away for even a second has got to go. Driving is a one thing at a time job, period.
And here is a perfect, crystal clear example of what that focus looks like on the road. On the left, you've got the defensive driver. See how they leave plenty of space? That space buys them time, it buys them options. But on the right, you've got the dangerous driver, tailgating, leaving absolutely zero room for error. The defensive driver is basically creating a safety bubble around their vehicle to stop a collision before it even has a chance to happen.
Now let's talk about overtaking, because it's one of the highest risk things you can do. The rules here are absolute. You never, ever overtake on a blind corner. You're always focused on what's coming toward you. And this goes double in special areas, like a mine site. You do not even think about overtaking heavy equipment without crystal clear, positive communication. It's all about knowing the risks and respecting them.
And this one, well, it's simple, but it's deadly serious. It is your personal responsibility to be fit to drive. Things like alcohol or drugs just destroy your ability to drive safely. Your reaction time, your judgment, it's all compromised. Being a defensive driver means showing up sharp, clear-headed, and ready to focus. Every single time.
So, we've covered the what and the how. Now let's get to the why. Why does all of this matter so much? Let's talk about the very high cost of carelessness.
It's a pretty intense question, isn't it? What really happens when someone decides, I'll just follow a little closer, or gets distracted by a text, or drives when they really shouldn't? Well, the consequences are severe, and believe me, they ripple out.
First and foremost, and this is the one that matters most, people get hurt. A single moment of carelessness can lead to injuries that change a life forever, or worse. And then, beyond that incredible human cost, there's the massive damage to the expensive equipment we all rely on.
And the ripples keep going. After the incident, every single preventable event kicks off an investigation. Think about that. That ties up people, time, and energy. All of these resources completely wasted on something that never, ever should have happened in the first place.
And finally, of course, it hits the bottom line. Every single incident means lost production, and that means real financial costs. One accident has this huge ripple effect, which just goes to show that safe driving isn't just a personal thing, it's a critical business issue.
So, let's bring all of this right back to you. We've seen the rules, we've seen the stakes. Now, let's talk about what it means to truly own your safety every single time you get behind the wheel. We're going to end right back where we started with this definition, but I want you to look at one word: consciously. Being a defensive driver isn't an accident. It's not passive. It is an active, deliberate choice that you make to be aware, to be prepared, and to drive in a way that protects everyone.
So, when it all comes down to it, this is the only question that really matters. The next time you turn that key, which driver will you be? The one who just reacts to danger when it's too late? Or the one who consciously prevents it from ever happening? The choice is yours, every single time.